Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to the BFC. I hope you guys are having a great day. But before we go anywhere, hit the subscribe button. It should be either here or it should be here. I don't know. You know what? Watching the Burbank Buzz, the other day I realized I never put my subscribe button on my actual settings. How stupid of me. 2 years later, and I'm still learning from Jonathan Burbank. And if you haven't had a chance, go check out his channel, The Burbank Buzz. He's back. He's going to be putting out more content. He's the reason why I found the Ilus Discord. So props to you, John, for coming back. Glad that you're going to be putting out content. So go subscribe to his channel. The guy is a wealth of knowledge. Let's go take a look at the tweet that was put out today by Ilus. Okay, here's the tweet. Ilus confirms its Form 10 effectiveness and SEC reporting status. But before we get into this, I want to go back to the interview I had with JP. I can't say that I told you so, but he alluded to this. All right, and we knew this was coming. We knew this was in the game plan. That interview for me, I'm glad through my DD that, and him answering that question effectively, that solidified it for me. So we knew this was coming, all right? So this isn't a shock, but you know what? It's really a breath of fresh air that this thing is finally done, and they're going to be updating it, and they are SEC fully reporting. So let's go to this clip and take a look. So far this year's, all right, your numbers look strong. You guys have completed the audit, and you even included the first 2 quarters of this year in said audit. In quarter 2, 19.6 million in revenue, 1.1 million in net profit, 55 million in assets, and 9.6 million in working capital. Where do you ultimately see Ilus International in regards to revenues, profitability, and overall valuation by year's end and projected onto 2023?
Yeah, well, we grew in Q3 as well, so that'll be evident soon. We're always looking to increase both revenue and profits. We're in the midst of a strong Q4, and I would expect an increase in revenue at this stage. So I would say we're still on track to reach our revenue run rate for the year. Financial performance, of course, is hugely important for us, and we are delivering on that front. I mean, that is evident. We've got audited financials and things like that. But we've only been going for 7 quarters. So, yeah, and that's why it was really important for us to get PCAOB audited to show that we have valuable businesses in our group already. And think about why we were becoming fully reporting. You could actually argue all it does is actually create extra work for us. But there has to be a very significant reason why we've taken that specific step. And that's what leads us into 2023. So, I mean, up until now, our focus has been on putting a launch pad in place for astonishing growth in the future. Our focus hasn't really been specifically revenue, even though we're doing 20 million a quarter or thereabouts already. So what you'll see in 2023 is us operating from a whole new level in terms of deals and their associated revenue. As I said earlier, the Ilus now is not the Ilus of 2023. So it's almost irrelevant to assess the future from your current point of view. But if I had to give you a forecast since you've asked, I would conservatively expect us to do upwards of 300 million revenue in 2023. But again, that's my personal view, right? But with the deals we have on the table, it's also possible to do much, much, much more than that. So, at our annual shareholders meeting, we'll talk in more detail about our forecasts. And I think at that point, you'll have more visibility of where we are at by then. And you'll see clearly for yourselves why huge revenue potential is possible for the business.
So if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, especially now that we're approaching the end of 2022 and they're fulfilling the promises that they made and the hard work is paying off. So, and yes, as of now, I am going to the annual shareholders meeting. I'm hoping to be down there in Miami. So as of now, I am going. So I'm on a week-to-week basis with that. So I will definitely keep you guys in the loop. So let's go on over to the actual PR today. All right, so here it is. Ilus is now subject to the reporting requirements of the SEC, the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, as amended, and will begin filing its periodic reports with the SEC on Form 10-K, quarterly reports on Form 10-Q, current reports on Form 8-K, and subjected itself to additional reporting obligations related to proxies, shareholder actions, and stock ownership rules. And if you're a shareholder, that is absolutely amazing. the transparency that they were going to have. They've already had that transparency. Anybody that was a doubter, anybody that was spreading FUD, today is just sort of a great day for everybody who is a bull and has followed the DD, that has done their research and has really paid attention to their PRs, has paid attention to their tweets, that watches their interviews, that watches just their everyday operations and their communications with the shareholders. So you know what, this is a great day for us, and and this is why it is, and we're going to get into why this is so significant. All right, and JP said this: following through on our planned objectives, we are pleased to announce that our Form 10 is effective and we are now a fully SEC reporting company. This has always been an important regulatory milestone, an essential step for us in giving our shareholders and investors a transparent portal into our business. All right, now that the Form 10 is effective, Ilus is eligible to uplist to the otcqb venture market. The company believes that trading on the otcqb is another important milestone, enhancing the company's visibility to a much larger group of investors. Therefore, the application will be submitted to OTC markets as soon as possible, with the intent to submit before the end of the year. So Ilus will be submitting its application to FINRA for its name change and to Ilus International, which is going to be great. I mean, we already knew that was going to be the name change. So anybody that, and I'm not going to say his name, that said this was all a scam, that this was all lies, that this isn't true, and certain people look like idiots right now. I'm just going to say it because I've been beating the table on this. I've been hammering the table on this. I've been telling you guys for a long time that this is a real deal. This is a real company. They have real revenue. They have real products. They have real patents. So this is your opportunity now. Now, this isn't financial advice, but this is an opportunity to see it for what it really is, and to just ignore the FUD, ignore the lies, ignore the misinformation campaign that happened 6 to 8 months ago. And it really is a shame that happened, because there are people that were strong shareholders that ended up selling their shares because of misinformation and lies. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. There is absolutely nothing wrong with asking questions and digging deeper. But you need to have your questions be thoughtful. That's the most important thing, is have them backed up by actual due diligence. You know what? Anybody that owns an OTC stock, the first thing you should do is go on otcmarkets.com to look at the share structure, to look at the disclosures, to look at the news and the PRs. So, I mean, it's all information that is readily available at our fingertips. So I just wanted to bring this to the table today. That's why I said I wanted to just wait for news to come out, and I'm very excited about this. Every Ilus shareholder should be excited about this. This is just the beginning. Like he said in that interview, they're only 7 quarters old, all right? So if they're getting this much done in less than 2 years, just imagine where they're going to be in 5. And that's why I feel this is a prime opportunity for the future. And that's why I'm invested with these guys. The transparency, the community, I absolutely love it. So listen, guys, have a great night. I hope I have to do another one of these by the end of the week. But I'm not going to get into timelines, but I'm going to enjoy this one. All right? So you guys have a great night, seriously. And remember, there's more that binds us than breaks us. Peace.